Morgan. Tracy came down and was with the children a few minutes ago, and it's very, very good with them, I have to say. Better with kids than I am, Tracy. So here's Tracy. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good
Tracy.
afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
My absolute pleasure. Now, obviously, a lot of people know you, and a lot of people won't.
Yes.
So, who's Tracy Morgan? Where are you from? How did you get here?
Yeah, so I moved to Normanton about 15 years ago with a 6-month daughter in tow, and we've made it our home, and I've got a 13-year-old son as well. So both my children have been schooled in Normanton, and I absolutely love living in Normanton. And it was through my work with the Leeds School Uniform Exchange that I decided to set up the Normanton School Uniform Exchange. So that's how I sort of started that. Yes.
So where was your origins?
Right. Well, I'm a bit of an interesting case. So, Dad's from Sunderland, Mum's from Thorns in Wakefield.
Right.
And at the age of 21, 10 weeks married, they decided to move to Zambia. Zambia. Dad was a civil engineer, so was taken out there to build infrastructure. And that's where myself and my younger brother were born. And we lived there. I lived there till I was 4, but Mum and Dad lived there till they were 10. For 10 years. And then we came back and we lived in Denberdale for a while. And then Dad got offered a job in Hong Kong. So at the age of 9, we moved out to Hong Kong and ended up staying there. I think I left there when I was 25.
Really?
So I did all my schooling out there, thoroughly enjoyed it, had a fantastic expat life out there, went to an international school called King George V School, and then from there I decided to move to Sydney, and I lived there for 5 years. And then I thought, you know what, I think I'll give England a go. So I came back and have been here ever since. So that's why my accent is a bit, you can't sort of place it. I'm a bit all over the place, but I think that's because I've lived internationally, and in schooling I was surrounded by children from all over the world.
Yeah,
so we don't have,
a traceable accent.
A traceable accent, that's right. Yeah.
You're quite a globetrotter there.
Yes.
So does this give you multiple passports?
No. We stick with the British. British is always good. So yeah, we stuck with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So. How did you wind up in Normanton?
I moved originally when I came back from Australia, lived in Thorns in Wakefield, met my then husband, and decided, we had a small house at the bottom of Wakefield Westgate, had a baby and realised we probably will have another and we need a bigger house.
Right.
And at that point, Normanton, you got more house for your money. Mm-hmm. So he had a friend that lived out on the fair. I live on the Fairway Village estate. And, very good. It's a good estate to live on. And he said, look, there's a house that's come available. Why don't you come and have a look at it? Went and had a look at it, fell in love with it, and we got it. And that was 15 years ago.
So you've been here ever since?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what were you doing for a living out in Hong Kong?
I was in events management,
right?
Which was is great because I'm on the events committee in the town council, so I enjoy doing all of that. But it was more like conferences and exhibitions that I dealt with.
Quite a popular conference venue, Hong Kong.
Yeah, Hong Kong, and I did the same in Australia as well.
Right.
So it was busy and it was great because you got to meet lots of people from all over the world. So yeah, I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, fantastic. Big business these days.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I think it has. It's not as big as it was. Just the cost value. I think the costing of putting on events and things like that. But yes, it was quite lucrative when I was in it. So I sort of travelled all over Australia for that. Going to Perth and Brisbane and Melbourne. Right. So it was a great eye opener for me.
It's interesting that you're talking about Brisbane. A former librarian at Normanton Library now lives in Brisbane.
Oh, there you go.
And he became one of the assistant state librarians for Queensland.
Oh, there you
go. A good friend of mine.
Yes.
And we still get together every year.
Yeah, I would have liked to have stayed and lived out there, but the problem is Mum and Dad had retired then and had come back to the UK, and unfortunately the flight from Australia to the UK. It's a good 24 hours. It's a long one, so I wanted to be closer to my parents.
So when you moved into this area, you were still doing events then?
No, then I became an executive assistant, which is like glorified secretary, basically, for a partner. It's Deloitte, which is a consultancy firm. Yeah. Thoroughly enjoyed that, and only left there because I had a baby. And I was a late mum. I had my first child when I was 36. Really? So I wanted to stop work so that I could, look after the kids. Once they were at school, then I decided I'd go back into the work environment. And I work now with a company called Wear and Share Leeds, and we basically deal with Leeds School. Our two campaigns are the Leeds School Uniform Exchange and the Leeds Winter Coat Appeal. So basically we take donations of unwanted uniform and we pass them on to families for free. And it's all about recycling and reusing and helping families, because the cost of living crisis has really hit a lot of families.
So and this I guess is where the idea for Normantons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
tell us about that.
Yeah, so I came up with the idea, and I thought, I wonder if Normanton has something similar to this. And I spoke to Michelle at the Well Project, and she said, we did try, but it never sort of took off. And I said, leave it with me, I know what I'm doing. And I set it up, and it was literally, I just put a call out on Facebook saying, have you got any unwanted school uniform, drop it off at my house. And within 2 weeks my back room was floor to ceiling full of school uniform. So I just held a couple of pop-up shops at the marketplace when there was a marketplace there, and loads of families came and used it and said, this is brilliant, not only is it saving me money, but it's being kinder to the environment. So Michelle said at the end of these pop-up shops, what are you going to do with all this? And I said, I don't really know. And so she said, well, we've got a unit in the market area. Do you fancy storing it in that? And I said, I can do better. Because I at that time only worked 4 days a week. I said, on the one day that I don't work, how about I run a little shop? And it just blew up big time. And then unfortunately we lost that shop when the market stalls were demolished. But thankfully Wakefield Council found us new premises, which is now at the bottom of the high street. That's right. And so I've got a whole upstairs full of uniform, and I mean we've given out thousands and thousands and thousands of items of uniform to hundreds of people.
How do people first of all, how do people know about it, apart from us talking about it here?
Yeah,
how do you advertise it?
It's word of mouth. I deal really closely with the schools, so the schools have been promoting it for me, and also Facebook mainly. I've put a few adverts in the Advertiser. But yeah, it's just word of mouth, and getting myself out there and just speaking to families and saying, I've got loads of uniform if you want, because children, particularly the younger ones, they go through the uniform like you wouldn't believe.
As they grow.
Yeah, they grow. They ruin them.
Yes.
They lose them.
Yes.
Some of them even start eating the cuffs, things like that. So they all need replacements. And then, I go all the way up to the high schools, the Freeston Outward Academy and St Wilfrid's. And those uniforms can be quite expensive. A blazer can cost, £40. Yeah. So if it means by passing on a blazer, and helping families save a little bit of money that they can spend on other essentials,
that's good.
Then it's a win-win situation.
So people can come into the shop on the marketplace. The Well, it's the top of the Well shop.
It is, yeah. It's above the Well Love shop. Right. It's just opposite the Junction Inn pub, and it's open 5 days a week. It's open every day except Wednesday and Sunday from 9 till 2.
Is there a contact number if people want to call you?
No, I haven't got a contact number. I've got an email address, which is normieuniform@gmail.com. normieuniform@gmail.com.
Again, normieuniform@gmail.com.
That's right. So if they need anything, they can email me. We've got a Facebook page, which is Normanton School Uniform Exchange, so they can find me on that. And also if they just speak to Michelle at the Well. She passes messages on to me, or even the school. I deal really closely with all the schools in Normanton and Old Toffs. So if they just speak to, a receptionist on the school, they've got my details and they can pass on what they need.
And I believe you do quite a bit with the well themselves, don't you?
Yes, and they, in fact, being the mayor, I could choose a charity that I wanted to support, and they are my main charity this year. Yeah. They do fantastic work in our community, not only youth clubs, meet and greets for the elderly, food bank, pretty much everything. They cover all aspects of looking after the community and doing really good things in the community.
That's great. I know that some of the churches help out on
that's
that.
That's right.
My church, the Catholic Church, we send stuff there pretty often.
Yeah.
I've taken cartloads of stuff there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Down to the park.
Yes, the Hall Hill Park one, that's right.
They have just for our listeners, they have a warehousing, if you like.
Yes.
Out at the next behind the bowling green.
That's right. Yes.
Normantons Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do great work. I know my mother-in-law goes to the Thursday lunch session.
Yes.
For instance, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's great. That sort of social gathering is useful. People like my mother-in-law, who's 99.
Yes.
And obviously doesn't get out that much. We try to help, but it does get her out with like-minded people. Yeah,
and I mean they do little trips out with them as well, and it all costs money. And whilst they do get a bit of funding, they are really reliant on people's generosity.
So that's your main thrust of this year's Mayor's Appeal. Have you got any other pet projects in there?
For being a mayor,
as far as a mayor,
mayoral
year.
Yes, my mayoral year. Yeah, well, I have to come up with events that will raise, like fundraising events. Yeah. So in January we've got the Mayor's Pyjama Party. That's at the newly opened Hope Town. You don't have to wear pyjamas, you can just come in normal. And things like, I'm hopefully going to do a book sale in February up at the Town Hall.
Yeah.
There's coffee mornings that I'll try and do. In April, I'll be having like a farewell kind of evening event with a really fantastic band.
Yeah, because the mayoral year will run out
in May, middle of May. Yeah. That's right. And then my deputy, who's Carol Appleyard, will step up and be mayor.
Oh, Carol, bless her.
Yes, and she's done it many times before. So yeah, she knows exactly. It's my first time as being mayor, and my goodness, I've been busy.
Yes, there are a lot of calls on your time, not just within Normanton, of course. You get out and about, don't you?
Yes, that's right. Yes, been to Doncaster, Featherstone, Wakefield. We get invited by quite a few of the different towns that have mayors, Morley, and it's great. And the whole reason of being a mayor is to not only sort of raise funds for your local charity, but it's to promote Normanton to other towns, Absolutely. And to represent Normanton, which is why we have all the regalia of the robes, the chains, and things like that. It's a very important title to have,
Absolutely.
And I'm proud to be
You're the figurehead for the town.
That's right.
And I go back to some of the previous mayors that we've had here, some absolutely wonderful people.
Yes.
David Appleyard.
Yes, absolutely.
Memorably.
Yeah.
Denton Jones.
Yes, unfortunately I never met him, but yes,
there's a friend of mine, I've called Denton a friend. He used to work with my brother on the railway.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely people.
Yeah. And don't forget, it's all voluntary as well that we do this.
Big lot, don't get paid for any
of this. No, not at all. We're getting a very small allowance, but I mean, most of us actually donate that allowance back into, I used the money to put a hanging basket in town. It is hard work and time consuming, but it's really rewarding.
And during the year we've had some memorable events in town, of course, the
Absolutely.
The town gala.
Yes.
The Christmas lights switch on.
Absolutely, that was amazing, yes. Party in the park we've had.
Party in the park.
Yes,
that's good stuff. And that all comes through the work of the people here.
That's right.
They don't get enough credit.
No, Donna, Carly, and our new recruit Sophie, they work so hard behind the scenes. Yeah. And I don't necessarily think everyone really appreciates just how much work goes into organising these events.
And what we ought to just make a point as well, if you come up to the town hall, there are two organisations within this block. One is Wakefield Metropolitan District Council, and one is Normanton Town Council.
That's right.
And Tracy here and Donna and Carly and Sophie are Normanton Town Council.
That's right.
They do not work for Wakefield.
That's right.
And they are in the old Town Hall building.
Yes.
And interestingly, the listeners probably know this, you all, this is where I first started work when I left school. I worked in what is now the finance department was then, it's now the...
Bereavements?
No, the big office coming on the right. The events room.
Events room, yeah.
Yeah, when I started in finance then in 1966.
Wow.
Yeah. So, for the rest of the year, what the events you've got lined up, you mention them again?
Yes, so January we've got the Mayor's Pyjama Party in the Hope Town. In February half term I'm doing the book sale, that'll be up in the Town Hall. March, I'm not sure actually if I've got anything planned for March. I need to get probably a coffee morning, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And then April at the Brig we'll have sort of like a farewell event, final sort of push to raise some money. And then I think in the beginning of May I'll probably have another coffee morning. We just held the Christmas coffee morning.
Yes.
It was a huge success. Loads of people came. We had Normanton Junior Academy come and sing for us, a couple of carols, which was really great. And we made £250 for the Well Project. So, you know, everyone was feeling very generous that day. So it was good.
And after your mayor all year, apart from having a big rest,
yes, absolutely, yeah. I'll still be a town councillor. So I sit,
which ward do you represent?
I am in the city
ward.
Yes, the city ward.
The town centre.
Yeah, the town centre ward. And so I sit on the allotments committee and the events committee. And so I'll carry on doing those meetings. We have monthly meetings, which members of the public are more than welcome to come to the town council meetings. So I'll be busy doing that, plus working. Then I've got a daughter that's doing a GCSEs, so I need to get her revising, and then it'll be prom night for her, so I need to get something sorted for that. Yes, it will indeed. So yeah, it's busy.
And what does Tracy do for relaxation?
Oh, what do I do? My goodness, at the minute, just sitting on the sofa and watching a bit of telly at the minute if I can. No, I thoroughly enjoy, and I think that's why I've loved being the mayor, is getting out there and meeting people and socialising. I've never had such a busy social life, to be honest, especially this month. December is very, very busy. But yeah, I just like, socialising with people, doing good in the community, being part of the community. And then even when I've got a second, sitting down and watching a bit of telly.
Honestly, a Leeds United manager said the other day, sitting on the sofa with coffee and cake.
Yes.
What a great idea.
Yeah, that sounds
So
perfect.
I take it you'll be going out tonight, carol singing and all that?
Tonight, what am I doing tonight? I'm at Outward Freeston Academy this evening for their prize giving for students that have done impeccably well. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I'm back here at the Town Hall for the final Town Council meeting of the year. And then we're having a little fuddle afterward, a bit of food and a couple of drinks. So yes.
Now you've got my attention about the couple of drinks.
Yes, yeah. But then, of course, this weekend we've got the Santa Run.
Right.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are literally walking all over Normanton and Old Tops.
This is the one that Rotary used to.
They used to do it, yes, but now we've got some fantastic bikers with their fancy bikes. And a whole load of volunteers in various outfits, elves. Grinch will be there, he's our favourite. There'll be all sorts, and there'll be like a motorcade of bikes and cars.
And it's become quite a thing in Normanton over the years when Rotary were doing that. With Santa pumping out the chimney on the back of the Jeep.
I think Santa will be on the back of a bike this year. He was last year and it went down really well. So, and one of our volunteers has even made a sleigh. So it's going to be exciting, and we're all out and about doing that. 3 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 4 till about 8. And we're all collecting money again for the Well Project.
Lots of walking.
Lots of walking, yes. I just hope that it stays dry. It'll be cold, but let's hope it stays dry for us.
I think you might be struggling there. Take an umbrella.
Big storm is coming, isn't it?
I've got a Christmas umbrella.
Yes,
what you need.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. Thank you, Tracy, for coming to talk to us. I wish you very, very well with the rest of your mayoral year.
Yes, thank you.
Looking to break the bank
Yes,
on
hopefully.
fundraising.
Yes, I think we're up to about 3,500 at the minute. So yes, I'd like.
And
to
if
get
anyone would
more.
like to donate to Mayor's charity,
Yeah.
you can obviously donate via the Santa Run as people are going around.
Absolutely, you can even pop into the town hall.
Or if you want to pop in the town hall and see
Donna or the girls,
and Sophie here,
yeah,
they'll make sure your donation gets into the fund.
Yeah.
So thank you very much indeed. Have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you very much.
Best of luck with the rest of your mayoral year.
And I'd just like to say a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all the listeners.
Thank you very much indeed.